I have two for you if you don't mind.
Okay.
One is just kind of a philosophical thing, I guess, a little bit, but it wasn't long ago where being a defensive coordinator, and maybe in particular a cornerback coach or a secondary coach, taking one of those jobs was high risk living because of types of offenses and quarterbacks and receivers. Your predecessor did very well, obviously, and I think Neil believes that programs are investing in defense and getting better and better at that. From the outside, has there been like a perception shift among coaches that it's more inviting than intimidating now to do what you're doing?
Well, I'll tell you this: every Saturday, it's a little frightening, just to be honest with you. The things that people are doing offensively and the rules that are geared toward the offense, being successful. But I think it runs in cycles. I think everything in our world runs in cycles. And right now we're hit a cycle where defensive coaches are getting a little bit more of a look, so to speak, in terms of their professional careers and the opportunity to move up. But I also think defenses are fashionable. So if you're tied to a scheme that is doing really well currently, other head coaches want a piece of that scheme in their programs. So if you're in the right scheme, I think it can be a rewarding thing. But I think, like I said, amongst the college football world and the coaches, I think defensive football really hadn't changed a whole lot. I think what has changed is how offensive coaches and head coaches run their programs in a sense that I think people are now have decided, instead of running 100 plays a game on offense, let's run 65 to 70 plays a game, and let's allow our defense not to play 90 to 100 snaps, which also helps defensive football teams. So I think there's a little bit less emphasis on the amount of points or amount of plays you're running, but the quality of the plays you're running.
Back on the recruiting side of things, a lot of coaches, maybe they went to high school or coached in an area and they go back and they recruit there no matter what school they're coaching at. Looking at your history, you've been kind of recruiting everywhere, from Florida to California, everywhere in between, and now, in the DMV, like you said, and some other spots. What's your key to kind of breaking into these new grounds and moving from different area to different area?
Well, you're right. I've been all over the country. I've recruited in California. I've recruited Texas. I've recruited Arizona. Georgia, Florida. You name it, I've been there. The number one thing is this: I'm a people person, and I believe in relationships. And I was a high school football coach, and so I know what those coaches are looking for when a coach communicates with them or comes into their building. They're wanting a genuine guy. And so I feel like if you can build relationships with people, then it doesn't matter. You can put me in Alaska and I can recruit Alaska because I'm gonna build relationships. And I try not to, no matter what logo I have on, I approach it that way. Some coaches feel like, if I have a certain logo on my left side of my shirt, then I can recruit a certain type of kid. And so what I do is I just go into every recruiting situation. First, I'm gonna build a relationship. I'm going to get to know the key players in the game, and then I'm going to do as much FBI on the kid. All right, what can I find out about the kid? What can I find out about his home life? All those things. And to me, that doesn't matter where you're from. That's just dealing with people, and I think I do a good job of that. And I've been able to recruit anywhere I've been. And so if you told me I got to recruit the state of Nebraska, I'm gonna say, come on with it. Let's go.